What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrench and Wrecked. I'm gonna keep jamming away on the Sporty today. So yesterday felt pretty good. Got all the fender stuff mounted, seats done, everything's done and installed. But before I can finalize this and send this off to get recoated, we need to make a taillight mount that's gonna work and a license plate mount. So over at the other shop earlier, I didn't have my camera, so at the powder shop I just used the drill press, marked all of this up so the plate will line up there. So I just gotta trim this down, roll the edges a little bit, and then I have a plethora of this stainless stock, so somehow acquired, I don't know, probably like 400 pounds of these stainless sheets. So I've been using these like crazy. We'll use that one for the license plate mount, trim this roughly right about there, and then this edge will eventually turn into the cat eye taillight section. I don't have any pieces big enough to make it a nice singular one piece. We should be able to just do a little bridge there on the stainless and that'll work. And then we're probably gonna do it relatively traditional. It'll sit, you know, something like that. Taillight will sit right on top of that. Keep it all tucked away. So I'm gonna fire up the grinder, start cutting. I was hoping to get that taillight bracket done on some of the stainless, but then I'm still floating around ideas. My buddy had this one laying around when I stopped by there. I know originally he kind of wanted something low, so I'm almost thinking we might do one of these and then figure out what we're gonna do, just a simple plate mount right up here instead of integrating it in, or we could do like a little weld in up here too. So I am gonna let the customer know what he wants to do on that, or yeah, lots of options. If we end up running this one, we can run this low like that, and then the light will be on top of it. Or put it up higher and have the plate underneath. I don't know. But unfortunately, we're not playing chopper anymore. That was the plan for today, but I got work in. So giant blast booth that I can't use for blasting, but we do have a giant highway plow. The front plow, it's about 11 feet wide. I don't have anything big enough to lift it. They had to drop it off via the payloader. So drove over with it mounted, unhitched it, dropped it there. I think they only wanted the face done. We'll see how big of a mess this makes and whether or not I want to do the back, but pretty much all set up. We got snow coming supposedly later today. It's not that warm, so this is gonna be cold and miserable. But I'm hoping, let me untarp it and then you guys can see what I'm doing. It's big. Very heavy. But this is how I'll be spending my Saturday. At least the next couple hours. Maybe I'll throw you guys over in the other corner where it's not as dirty, do a quick little time lapse here, and then kind of go from there. If we can get to the Harley stuff later today, that'd be great, but I'm not overly optimistic.
Alarm goes off at 4:45. Roll out of bed, rub the sleep from my eyes. Throw on a shirt and some jeans and my boots, and then it's time to make that morning drive. Work all day till I'm totally beat. Get back home and fall right to sleep. Alarm goes off in the morning and the cycle's complete. Work, sleep, repeat. Yeah, work, sleep, that's all I ever do anymore. Work, sleep. Somewhere up the line I forgot what I was working for. Yeah, there goes life, looks like it ain't slowing down for me. All I ever do is work, sleep, repeat. Seems like yesterday I was 17, running screens. Now I'm running up debt and I'm scrambling to make ends meet. So work, sleep, repeat. Yeah, work, sleep, that's all I ever do anymore. Work, sleep. Somewhere up the line I forgot what I was working for. Yeah, there goes life, looks like it ain't slowing down for me. All I ever do is work, sleep, repeat. Sometimes at work I just sit around and fantasize about how I could save myself from dying in this working life. And that alarm goes off again at 4:45. Roll out in bed, rub the sleep from my eyes. Throw on a shirt and some jeans and my boots, and then it's time to make that morning drive. Yeah, work, sleep, that's all I ever do anymore. Somewhere up the line I forgot what I was working for. And there goes life, looks like it ain't slowing down for me. All I ever do is work, sleep, repeat. All I ever do is work, sleep, repeat. All I ever do is work, sleep, repeat.
I didn't film the whole thing. You guys got covered in dust because the wind was blowing that way today. I didn't realize until after, but got the compressor stashed back in here. There we go. Not taking the full tarp off because that's too much work, but nice clean blasted metal here. All I could get on the back side, it's about the same as this, but on the back side of this, where all the bracing and the ribs are, I got the whole top done, couldn't get to the bottom, and I don't have a big enough tractor to lift this up or flip it. So they're gonna come by Monday and flip it, and unfortunately I got probably about 25 minutes or a half hour left to blast the last little bit, but it's nice clean metal all the way across. So I'm feeling pretty good about that so far. And it's about 2. I've been running all over. Ran back to the shop to grab tires and tubes for my buddy that's lacing up those Triumph wheels that we did a little while back. I don't know if I got those on video or not, but I will at some point. We're redoing that tank with the red and the white. So basically, it's gonna end up being 3 or 4 coats of powder. After doing some body work and dent repair, I got the white coats done. I'm waiting on powder for the cherry candy wine red-ish type color. That's gonna be going on there. And what else? Tires and tubes are going to my buddy to put on as well. I can do them, he's faster than I am, and I don't wanna wrestle around with him on brand new spoked wheels. So those came out really, really nice. We'll get that a little bit later on today or tomorrow when I pick those up. Other than that, I'm honestly kind of beat. I don't know if I feel like wrenching on anything right now. Been up here since 10. It's around 12:31 now. Took me about, time-wise, I think the face of this was about 45 minutes to an hour, roughly. I don't know what it ends up being. Probably like 2 minutes for you guys on a time lapse. And then I had to run over to the shop, so I shut everything down, had to come back, reset up. Unfortunately, I just cleaned up all the hoses and disconnected everything. So me doing that tomorrow or Monday means I get to reset all of this up again. Would have been so nice to knock all this out at once, but it is what it is. I have no way of lifting that or flipping that. Way too heavy. So there's the Saturday update, and then maybe we'll get back to the taillight mount, but I can't really do anything on that until I touch base with him and figure out what he wants to run. Or do I just keep going with the cat eye one and make it work? We'll see. This one or that one? I guess we'll see what he wants to do. 'Tis his bike after all. We'll catch you later today, tomorrow. I don't know. Something else will happen for the rest of this video. Just keep filling up with stupid odd jobs today. We got a door here. I don't know what it's off of, Jeep or something maybe. But a couple of these just came in for blasting too, so we got that done, but now he wants these welded up. Man, that just cut me. These 2 holes welded up for the mirrors. These are staying. So I get to play some body work, and I'm not at all good at it, but this whole thing obviously needs a ton of body work and filler as is. He just needs the holes plugged. So we'll give this a shot. Yay, my favorite. Oh well. First one's done. Holes are filled. Found more dents once I hit it with the DA, but not doing body work, just filling the holes. One more to go. Door number 2 is done. Battery died halfway through, so I don't know where that left off. Got them plug welded. Ended up having to go out a little bit because I did grind where the mirror threads in. It kind of pulls up, so the sheet metal is pulled. And this door, I don't really have room to get to the back side of that all that well. But we are all good there. It's a little low in a couple spots where it sank. That's okay, because this whole thing needs to get skimmed over and filled. No high spots, at least, that I can tell. I mean, quick skim coat should fix all of that, but that's not my problem. You just needed the holes plugged up. So, chased them around a little bit, but they are solid. There's metal in there. I think they should be good, hopefully. It's kind of a cheaper customer and knows that I'm not really a welder, but asked if I wanted to try it, and I'm an idiot and take on things that I don't enjoy doing. Oh well, they're done. Ready to get these back to the shop. We'll do a quick, I'm not even gonna blast over that again. It'll be fine. And that's about it. I was hoping to get the taillight stuff done or mess with that, but still haven't talked to the guy, still haven't figured out exactly what we're doing on that. And it's Sunday, not watching the Super Bowl, but I know that's happening today. I just wanna go relax. Blasting yesterday kicked my ass, so that'll wrap this one up for now, unless something else fun pops up and I change my mind. This was probably one of the more random videos of things that were going on. I got this all laid out. Weather didn't cooperate, so I had every intention of coming up here, setting the camera up outside to finish up the last little tail end of the plow. That didn't work because we got snow coming and that's their main plow truck deal. But I got the doors we were working on yesterday, put those in the dually, drove that over to the other shop. So got to repark that, jump back in the wagon for the rest of the week, I think. Little odds and ends, still slowly chipping away on the iron head. I just kind of hit a weird snag. I got the center hole drilled on this. I marked the slots, but it's kind of irrelevant because I don't have, well, the cat eye sitting in the Volvo wagon. The license plate mount is also sitting in the wagon, but this will get welded to the top of the license plate mount if we run the cat eye. The license plate mount right about here-ish. It'll sit up a little bit past the seat. I don't want it like pushing down on the seat, but that'll be something like that. And then it's not the cleanest, but I don't have a laser or a water jet, so we're gonna make it work with what it is. But essentially, if we run it low, plate, cat eye mount will sit here, and then I drilled holes for the plate to mount up. When I laid all of this out, it doesn't actually work with the geometry on the sissy bar, so the holes are irrelevant. We're gonna fill the holes on the plate that I cut and drilled and weld standoffs, little stainless nuts on the back of here. That'll be good enough to throw the license plate mount in and actually have it bolt onto the plate. Problem with doing things one-handed. If we run the cat eye, it will end up being like that. We'll set this on there, burn that in as a solid singular plate fixture. And it's stainless, so we might actually grind it down and make it clean. Then, the single tail light presented itself, and now I'm really kind of torn on how I want to do that. If we put it up top, I can flip this lens around. The reflector's on the bottom side of this where it goes to the bracket. We thought about doing something off the bracket, thought about doing something off the sissy bar, maybe even kind of lower, and then have that kick down on the plate. I like the idea of having the plate cover this little gap in between the sissy bar and the seat. Aesthetically, to me, that makes a little bit more sense. Not the biggest fan of a side mount plate. I like the idea of this down here too, but then the plate will have to be really low right there. So, kind of just at a weird mock-up pause stage, but we got the rest of that plow blasted. I think the only thing that showed up on the camera before it died was the front blade part. I got the rest of it blasted, minus the last 10%. We killed it at the shop, coating some of the fancy candy color stuff today. But instead, Fired up the tractor, lifted a front plow up, regraded the whole driveway. So all of the sand that I pushed out there, there's still a little bit right at the corner, but regraded that, filled the potholes at the end of the driveway, got all of this reparked, and splurged on some upgraded blasting stuff again. So the weak link in my blasting setup right now, there's several, but the weakest link is, you can see it maybe, but the hose on top of the compressor. I'm only running a 1-inch line. I need at least, at the very least, 1.25 inches. This is 1 inch, 50-footer, relatively cheap from the local hose shop in the grander scheme. I pulled the trigger, I ordered the 4-claw fittings and 2-inch lines. So we're going from 1 inch to 2 inch on the main feed to here, which should be, if there's one air hose that you need to cut corners on, that's not the one you want to do it on. Your main feed from the compressor to the pot, you want as much free-flowing air going into this as possible. Yes, these are a combination of 3/4 and 1 inch lines. The biggest I got on the inlet is 1.25 inches. I think that's 1.25 inches, might be 1.5 inches. 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. So by summer, this will all be revalved, rerouted, redone. My exit is 1.25 inches. I know that for a fact. Looking at these two now. 1.25 inches down there, 1.25 inches up here. Ideally, I need to get a new valve here because that's only a 1-inch valve, but this will get replaced, that will get replaced, and then we'll run a bigger section there. Or at least reduce some of the choke points and do a 1.25 inches straight across here. But the new hose is on the way. I'm super excited to play with that when we get around to it. And we have a bunch of implement stuff that I want to get blasted and painted. Not powdered. I don't want to take the time to try and remove or break down hydraulic cylinders, but I do want to take the time to clean all this up. This is next to no time in terms of blasting and cleaning up the claw or the hitch or the back blade that I've been messing around with. So that's kind of it. I thought we were gonna do more fun, exciting things for this video, but this is my life. What is gonna happen in my head doesn't necessarily translate to real life ever. That Triumph tank, I got the wheels all done when I was running back and forth to get those for my buddy. Triumph tank is gonna go back home. I'm gonna mess around with that, I think, in the living room. Maybe actually take some time and watch some other people on YouTube, because summertime I get a little bit more opportunity to kind of relax. I wake up way too early and my schedule doesn't change at all in the summer, but watch a couple videos and start laying out tape lines on a gas tank that I'm gonna have to do the whole finger wipe and vacuum thing on. But I will bring you guys with for that tank when we get to the coating process. Other than that, this is roughly where we're at for now. I feel like I got so much space in here when I jam all this stuff way back in. I'm not used to that. Get that shovel head done, get rid of this table, move the John Deere lawnmower, and we got a ton of space over here. And the truck, the dually, is driving me nuts. I was driving it today. I forgot how much I enjoy driving that truck because it is great. But it needs some welding and work that I wanted to have done before winter. I missed that mark. So I planned on pushing it till the spring, but in the back of my mind, I got all the rocker panels, the cab corners, everything's there. I just need to motivate myself to get to jamming on that and pull the bed off. Oh well, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. If you don't mind, it costs you $0 for all of this entertainment of stupid projects that people follow along with for some reason. We'll catch you on the next one.